welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be telling you another one of our crazy gig story times. You guys can see we're in the middle of eating right now. We usually do these in the car, but today we're going to do it at my house. So, story is, I know the OG people know what it is, but this is a story that the car broke down mid-delivery. This was the night we were doing
The car didn't break down.
The title of our video, where the car broke down.
The battery died.
The car broke down.
The car broke down is like...
It can't move. He's very technical, guys.
Alternator, freaking engine blew.
Don't mind him.
Tired, nothing like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not the tire, that ain't a breakdown. Breakdown is like when the car just, like, you need it towed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So, what happened was that day was not going good. That should have told us that something was going to happen big time. So we kept getting orders and stuff like that. Stuff kept going wrong. Here, there, here. We get an order. I wanted 1 bottle of witch hazel. All right, y'all, so we got a new order, $17.41, 11.2 miles, one order, curbside. So, is it ready? We just pulled into the parking lot. Now we're gonna be waiting for this curbside one really quickly. One item. Yeah, one item, that's good. 17 bucks. Is it a tip on this or no? One item. Witch hazel?
Witch hazel.
Wow, that's it?
That's it.
That's crazy. 1 bottle of witch hazel, that's all they wanted. 17.41. Oh, it would have to be a tip. That's crazy. That little thing is $4. Wow. But all right, so that's what we're waiting for, and we'll see you guys at the drop-off. Well, guys, they didn't have the witch hazel either. I don't know how they don't have 1 bottle of witch hazel on the shelf. Very strange to me. I don't know if they're just saying that because they want to be lazy or what's going on.
Oh yeah, I remember.
They canceled the order on us saying that they didn't have no witch hazel in the store. That was impossible. If we walked in that store right then and there, we would find a witch hazel. It's a lot of lazy workers in that store.
Yeah, they
did
did
not want to work at all. Like, they would cancel our orders back to back to back. We hated that store. That was our worst store out of all 3 stores we worked at.
What store was that? Oh, I know.
So yeah, couldn't stand that store. That was our least favorite store. There was always something going on over there and stuff like that. So that was happening. It was nighttime. It was winter. It was super cold outside. And did this happen to you before with the battery breaking down? Yeah, I think I said in the video when you was at my house that time and you had the hazard lights on.
Yeah.
This was our second time.
Battery was weak. After that first time it died, it got weak because it died on me a couple times. Like even I was home on the block, it died on me.
We got this order. We was happy about it. I think it was a lot of miles though, but we was happy that we got it or whatever. So there, how much is it?
$32.
$32. 27 miles or 17?
17.
Oh, like a car seat and 2 other things for the second order. So we're gonna sit here and wait and see if they bring that out for us. They better not tell us they don't have it, because that would be strike number 3. We got loaded up. We waited for them to actually come outside, which was a bad decision. We usually go in and get the stuff because we can at that store, but he wanted to wait. I'm not sure why he wanted to wait that day. Waited for them to come out. They loaded everything, and I think we had like a car seat, everything, like mad stuff back there, a mirror, everything. So we loaded up. We was filming our scene. Boom. He turned the car on. It wouldn't go. I was like, we looked at each other.
Why.
The girl came over.
And I turned the car on to open the window. I like, you know how you just turn it on but don't start it. I did that to roll the window down. She was talking to me. Rolled the window up and forgot it was on. Just forgot it was on, bro. The junk died on me.
Went to pull off and... Guys, as we were sitting here waiting for the order, the car died. And we don't know how. We had the car off this whole time. So we asking somebody if we can get a jump because we can't be stuck out here. We're like literally an hour from home right now. So yeah, it's crazy.
I'm trying to ask somebody.
Yeah, so currently he's in there buying some jumper cables because we couldn't find anybody in the parking lot that had them. So somebody's gonna jump start the car. Hopefully the cables don't cost too much, but yeah, shocked that nobody had the cables in their car. Have to get a new battery. Look at each other like, oh my god.
We was waiting for somebody to give us a jump. We had to go buy cables out of Walmart.
And we didn't really even have money like that day. Like, it was like, it was crazy. I was like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? I'm like an hour from home.
The life of a gig worker.
We was like, okay, what are we gonna do? What we gonna do? To that
I talked to one of the employees, and he was doing something. He was
fixing. His brother was gonna help us.
Yeah, but they was doing something though.
By the vending machines.
By the vending machines. I think they was hanging up some new signs. Like, I don't know what they was doing, but They was doing something. They was taking forever. Like, I ended up seeing this other dude.
No, skip it. You gotta go back. Because I watched the video. Basically, we decided to get the cables. There was a guy sitting next to us in like a Denali truck or something like that, a guy. So we asked him, he said, if you get the cables, I'll jump you. The cables, but our connect that was gonna jump us, he left like a few minutes later. So you went in there to get the cables. I was sitting outside and I texted you and was like, he left. He waited a while, but he ended up leaving because I don't know what happened. You couldn't find the cables. I don't know what was going on, but he was in there for a while. So when he came out, he was gone. So we didn't have him. So I told him, you know, ask people around the parking lot. Somebody gotta help us. So he went around the parking lot. You gotta jump the cables? No. Nobody had nothing. Nobody in the parking lot had anything.
Nobody. I was asking them for the jumping cables before.
Well, yeah.
Then got the cables. And then we was just sitting there waiting because the dude said his brother was gonna jump the car for us. But so that's when we were sitting there waiting. I was asking people for cables, remember?
Yeah.
I was asking people if they had cables. Nobody had cables.
None at all.
And then that's when I went and bought the cables.
And we didn't want to buy the cables.
So when I got the cables, I asked the dude, the employee, if he could give me a jump. And he said his brother got the car, so he gonna give me a jump. But he was taking forever. And
we was freezing out there, honestly. Like, it was cold in that car.
And then
we had the stuff. And it was like, I'm gonna go ask.
She asked some dude that was in front of us.
So I was like, I'm going to ask that guy right there. Because he was loading up something. I wasn't sure if he was a worker.
I think he was an Instacarter.
He was a Spark driver.
a Spark driver. Yeah, he was a Spark driver, yep.
So I went over to him. I was like, hey, can you help us? The car died. Can you give us a jump? He said, yeah, sure. He was really nice. Came over there, got the cables. Back in business, y'all. We got a fellow Spark driver to help us out. We're back in business. All right, y'all. So we're back on the road. Our fellow Spark driver helped us out, like I told you guys. He said it just happened to him literally yesterday. So, yeah, I went over and asked him. So, couldn't say no to a girl.
Woman, see, sometimes the females, y'all be getting over.
I was going to ask every man in this parking lot if he could help me. Because, you know, I'm used to doing that. So, I was going to ask. As soon as we asked him, the original guy that was going to help us happened to pop up. And we was waiting for him for mad long. That's crazy. Like, we would have waited like 3 more minutes, he would have came. But we're on the road to drop this off. Chemicals of Spark. It's not always smooth. At the stop sign. Up to his. He said literally the same thing happened to him the day before. It was so cold outside, so it made the cars, I guess, you know, die or whatever. So he was nice. He jumped us and stuff like that, and that was great. So we was like, okay, so everything's good now.
And right when he was giving me the jump, like finished giving me the jump, the dude pulled up that was supposed to give me the jump. In the
we waited forever for him too. We had the.
We probably would have been still waiting right now for him to give us a jump, bro.
He took forever. I was like, wow.
That jump always happen. You could be waiting for something.
It's like
as soon as you find another option, they want to come through.
He jumped us, and everything was good. We had the person's order in the back. I don't know if Spark was like reaching out to us, asking us what was going on, why we was taking so long. We took so long. No, they didn't bother us.
No, they wasn't bothering.
The customer didn't either. So anyway,
Spark be different. Well, it was. They ain't used to like bother you about the time. Like, you could hold Spark orders for mad long.
You could hold Spark.
I don't know about now. Yeah, they changed it.
So they used to hold Spark orders. Oh, wow. So we went and drove to our destination. Knocked on the person's door, told me he was so sorry what happened and stuff like that. The car.
And they was cool.
Yeah, they was nice about it. They didn't care. Everything was good.
We had, what was it, 2?
It was 2 drop-offs. Our last order from this little batch that we had, and we're gonna go back and get one more to finish out the video and to get our incentive. It was cold that night, I remember.
It was cold that night.
Real cold. We dropped those 2 off, and then that was pretty much it. And after that day, he was saying he was gonna get the automatic jumper thing. Remember he said that, but you never got it.
I ain't even. That jump expensive.
But he got a new battery.
$300.
Yeah, the battery costs the same amount of money, right? How much is it? The battery? Yeah,
like 2 something.
So I'm traumatized. Every time the car, when he like turns it on, it makes like a little like tiny bit of a star. I'll be looking at him like, oh my god, because the first time that happened, also came back from delivering. I think Amazon Flex, and his car was outside. We stayed up all night long. All night long waiting for a tow. Nobody would give us a tow. I was so tired. I couldn't stay no more.
The tow people that agreed, it was raining crazy that day, that night, whatever. And it was flooded on the highway. And people keep driving in the flood. And their car keep getting stuck. I had to take like 5, 6 cars out the flood. So that's why it took them so long.
You know what the kicker is? The tow truck place is at the corner of my house.
Right. I could crawl there, bro.
I was like,
I'm like, yo, you only got one driver? Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
They only had one driver working. It was late though.
And everybody else was charging so much money for a tow.
Word.
It was like, oh no, like, that is too crazy. More to the story. Oh, and he got a ticket too.
Yep.
The car was out there. The cops pulled up. We was like, so can you give us a jump? They said, no, we don't do that. Yeah, right. We don't believe that for a second. Oh, I'm sorry. And then
it was like, your car been here for a long time. Like, I'm waiting for the tow truck.
I literally
like,
live
what do you
here.
want me to do?
Like,
I was double parked though.
The way. So we had to walk the
Couldn't
car.
move the car because it was dead.
Yep.
Then like it was dead, so the hazard lights. I don't think the hazard lights was on no more.
It was dark. It was pitch black. It was done.
That's why they gave me the ticket because I ain't had no hazard lights on. The car was just sitting there. So.
But you know what's crazy? People used to park on my block all the time for hours. My neighbor would sit out there, double park for hours and never ever get a ticket. I don't know what it was.
Well, if they're in the car, they're not.
They wasn't out there. They was in the house waiting for a parking spot to open up. They always.
They probably was looking.
Probably took our eyes off the thing 1 second, and that was it, and got a ticket. So that's what happened in the story. Moral to that story is carry jumping cables. Or get that jumping thing that he said, because you might need it on these get work things. It's
the jump box. I'm sure y'all drivers know what it is. It got like a plug. You can plug stuff into it, like a charger, whatever. It's an air pump. So what's the name? It jump your car too. But it don't jump your car if it's like completely. Like if your battery completely finished, it's not gonna jump your car. It ain't that powerful. So. Yeah. Like if your jump died because you had the radio on without the car on, or like me, I left the lights on. I mean, I left the car on, but it wasn't started. Yeah, it'll jump your car. But if your battery just finished, like, you need a new battery player or sister.
Yeah. So that's our story. Hopefully you guys learned something from it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't let me stuff in my face. So we'll see you guys in the next video.